Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the School Science. My name is Luke, and this is the post-match for Chelsea versus Everton. Chelsea 2, Everton 2. Now, in regards to games, that's probably one of our best away performances of the season so far. Against Nottingham Forest, we played very well. We went from winning positions to drawing, so that was a little bit unfortunate. And today, yesterday, it seemed to be the reverse of the situation. So, goal from João Felix and Kai Havertz through a penalty. We were able to get a goal through to Corey and an absolutely magnificent debut goal for Ellis Sims. When I say debut, his first Premier League goal. He has had a few games for us now. And that's his first goal. And he actually played a very good game. When he came on at the 70th, 75th minute. And it was one of his first major touches of the game where he actually got good control. Put the Chelsea defender on the back foot and had him sort of stumble him over himself, and then absolutely burst in the net, making it so that Kepa couldn't actually get a clean hit on it or a clean glove on it. But yeah, in regards to the game, first half we played a nice solid game. We played nice and defensively. We were playing to shut Chelsea out altogether. And near the end of the first half, we tried to actually sort of pounce forwards on a counter to get a few shots at goal and tried to give Kepa a little bit of trouble. Unfortunately, we weren't able to actually score in the first half, but as a whole, I was very impressed with the Everton performance there. They were solid in defence. They were doing well to try and transition from defence to midfield to attack, and it was building up. It was not fancy football, so it was nice and simple. We were just moving from structure to structure, going from the back of the field to the front of the field, and we played a good game. Likewise with Chelsea, they did actually have a good game. Now, I'm not going to say that Chelsea were poor because they weren't by any means. He played a very good game. They were really putting us from pillar to post at that time. And it was just the fact that they weren't able to score in the first half, which was probably the reason why they didn't actually win on the day. Now, granted, they did score twice in the second half, but we responded we responded quickly, in all fairness, for the first goal. So the first goal is João Felix, is it? The first goal that he scored was a decent little goal, actually. It was through a small error of Idrissa Gueye not being able to close him down quick enough that he was able to actually sort of get the ball and curl it to the very edge of the post where it was just out of the grasp of Pickford. And then from there, a few minutes later, we were able to respond from a corner where we were able to actually get the ball off a Abdoulaye Doucouré head. Now, I did honestly think that they cleared it off the line when I watched the video, but when you watch the playback, the ball was basically from the line there. It was all the way back here, so it was a pretty straightforward goal for Everton. A nice little header from Doucouré. So that's his second, and I think he's had about 2 or 3 assists now as well since he's come back for this season. So he is definitely got a new fire underneath him, to say the very least. And one thing to say for certain, I will say that was a penalty, in all fairness. It was an unfortunate one, to tell you the God's honest truth, because how it came to be was just down to the fact of lack of communication between Ben Godfrey and James Tarkowski. So what should have really happened is one of them should have shouted mine and claimed. But unfortunately, the two of them didn't really say anything to each other. They both thought that the other person was going to have the ball instead of them. And from there, when they realised that was too late, they both basically challenged, I'm not even sure who it was, but they challenged the Chelsea player. And I think, I don't know who the other person was. I keep trying to think of who it was, but it's completely escaped my mind. And from there, they basically got a penalty. And from then, when Havertz had the penalty kick, he was able to make Jordan Pickford stammer and stutter. And from there, he was able to put it into the net with no issues. So at that point, it was 2-1. And as the game was ticking on, it was getting a little bit more nerve-wracking as the minutes were ticking along, because you just couldn't really see Everton getting too much of an opportunity coming up. And then from there, Sean Dyche had decided he wanted to go for all-out attack, because at that point, we were not going to get any points. So regardless of whether it was a 2-1 loss and risk, it was either going to be a 2-1 loss and try and, go a little bit more defensive to try and, keep the goal difference as just one. Or he could throw caution to the wind, put another striker on, sacrifice a defensive midfielder, and hopefully we get the response from that. And to be honest, it pays off. Now, he could have went for Neil Maupay, which would have been a reasonably bad decision, in all fairness. I don't feel like he's the player that you should be relying on when it comes to getting equalising goals or even winning goals. You would rely on him when you are in a comfortable position and you want someone to try and, act more like a midfielder rather than an attacker. So instead, he put Ellis Sims on, and from there, I'll be honest, he's almost like a little breath of fresh air then, because at that point, you pretty much had like two attackers. It was basically you had a true striker in the form of Ellis Sims and a bit of an ad hoc striker in the forms of Damari Gray. Now, Damari Gray had a decent game. I'm not going to say he had an amazing game because, in all honesty, it was just a decent game. He was able to get a few good runs in. He had a couple of attempts at crosses, likewise with Dwight McNeil. Also, if anyone can actually mention in the comments below, I'm a little curious about it because Dwight McNeil has now got his 5th yellow card so far this season. Has he got a 1-game ban, or is it meant to be something like a clean slate sort of situation come January? So if anyone can actually clear that one up for me, I would really appreciate it, because I'm a little bit confused in that regard. Because I haven't heard anything too much through any grapevines or anything, so I'm under the impression that the Tottenham game we're going to have Dwight McNeil, but I'm also, because it's, 5 yellow cards over the course of a season normally inhibits a 1-match ban. I thought that would have been the case. So if anyone knows the whole story around that one, if you can clear it up for me, that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, Dwight McNeil had a good one as well. Made a few good runs, was actually quite good in terms of both attacking and defending. He was actually playing like a true winger. And he did what he needs to do. He played like the player that we need at this point in time. The team that we're getting right now is building into something rather great. And when it comes to summer, if we are still in the Premier League, which at this point in time, it's looking like a 60% chance we're going to stay in the league, unless we completely unravel in these last few games, which I can't really see happening, because at the moment we're going from strength to strength, and the only way that's going to mess with our system is if we lose half the squad through injuries, which it's happened a few times, actually. We've lost quite a few people. I always remember the 08-09 season. We lost Mikel Arteta, we lost Jagielka, we lost Tim Cahill. We lost quite a few players near the end of the season, and we went into the FA Cup final with basically a skeleton team against Chelsea. And granted, we scored within 25 seconds, but from there, it was just a situation of trying to bloody soak up Chelsea's relentless attack. And ultimately, we ended up losing 2-1 in the final, which was a terrible shame. But yeah, I digress. I'll get back to it now. So with the rest of the season pretty much ahead of us now, we've got a nice little break. So we've got 2 weeks until we play Tottenham. That's going to be a Monday night one on the 3rd of April. I'm going to be going to that one with my granddad as usual. So that was definitely one to look forward to. Richarlison might not even feature in that one because unfortunately he actually came off injured within the 5th minute, I think it was. But yeah, as a whole, the game itself, so Chelsea versus Everton, it was a really good game. Ellis Sims at the very last minute scoring a cracking little goal there. So he's cemented himself as a fan favourite now for a good little while. And hopefully this is the light bulb for Sean Dyche to say, actually, you know what? Why don't we give him a little bit more of a chance? He's got Dwight McNeil on his left. He's got Alex Iwobi on his right. Why don't we give him a bit more of a chance in regards to starting a bit more? Get him starting a bit more. Having those guys sort of feed and provide him. And hopefully Decore does the same. Onana, in all fairness, I wouldn't mind actually giving Onana a bit of a rest, to be honest. He's played an awful lot of games so far, and we've got James Garner back. Why not say, okay, Onana, this game, I know it's a reasonably big game. It's Tottenham. But we want to rest you for this one. We want to give James Garner a go. If he's not working out, half-time or 60th minute, we'll swap you out and we'll work from there. We'll have you two interchange for the rest of the season, see how things pan out, and work from there. We could even have it where both of you guys play and we sacrifice a Gay or Decore or even a Wobie. There's going to be a way where we're going to work around it where we can actually get the best out of all the players that we got. And we've not got many games left. We've got, I believe it's 9 now. Actually, no, it's 10 games. We've got 10 games left now. Just thinking off the top of my head. Last game being Bournemouth at home. So that one's going to be a very big game. If we have a very close remainder of the season where it could be a matter of winning or losing, seeing us going up or down, that Bournemouth game could be a very big one, because I can tell you now, if it's down to that and we win, there's going to probably be another pitch invasion, which probably be another 30, 40 grand fine. This is the thing, all the Richarlison money, the Gordon money, all this money is going to end up going out the window just to pay for bloody fines, because both our team and us, we love to just irk the FA. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? It does mean an awful lot for me. Also, as a heads up, there will not be a Bramley Moore video coming up this Monday. It's going to probably be either midweek or later on in the week. Apologies about that. It's just more down to the fact that I haven't had much of an opportunity to get out there and actually get the footage. It's been a very hectic week for me this week. I've been trying to do so many things at once, and it is really starting to bloody pile on me. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate that you guys showing the support that you do, especially with these videos as well. Because as you know, once Bramley Moore is finished, I don't want this channel to die. I want to be able to actually make this channel into other things. So doing pre-match, post-match, transfer rumours, just general Everton chitter-chatter. I might even try and bring other people on the channel, like what Dan's Bluecast does and Follow Everton do, where those guys have other people, you know, through like the lovely webcams, like they're normally dotted around the entire screen. I might do the very same, you know, like get Dan on the channel, or get Ryan on the channel, or get Ned on the channel, or get Cam on the channel, or get someone else on the channel who's maybe even from opposition, maybe Redmen, or that annoying Irish guy. I don't even know what the bloody hell this one is called. The Anfield Agenda. Get one of those guys on the channel whenever there's like a match coming up or something like that. It's something to just get a laugh out of it, you know? Because, I mean, let's be fair. This is not in any way a professional sort of design. We do this in a very casual sort of way, because this is like how you would talk to like your mates in a pub or something. Just let them sort of have a little ramble. You interact back. They interact back. It's just a nice conversation, you know? We're not trying to be professional, even though I've got like a decent rig. That's just more down to the fact that I'm a bit of a perfectionist in that, right? I don't like having like a bleak and dark video. I mean, I can even show you what it's like when we have those off, because these fill lights are critical for videos looking good. Without these on, this is what you get. And to be honest, I look at this and it actually brings a tear to my eye because it's that bad. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to see you on the next video. Peace.